everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's so good to have you here. This is my lovely little beautiful sister Meredith. We are on our third video in a series of videos that we are making right here on this couch. I keep changing my shirt. She looks exactly the same. It's only because I want the cover photos for each video to look slightly different than the last one. This little baby Jack, he was born January 31st.
January 30th.
Oh, sorry. He was born at 31 weeks. That's where I got confused. 31. Is now 2 months old developmentally, but he's still teeny tiny like a newborn. Today's video is a Q&A with my darling sister. If you want to know about her, you can go back and watch some of the other videos we've made together. She went viral on TikTok multiple times because during her labor experience, she left the hospital, went to go take her nursing exam, the NCLEX. On the way, stopped at Starbucks. Lady was having a heart attack, helped save the lady's life, went and took the test, passed it, goes back to the hospital, squeezes her little tush, and out came a 3-pound Jack. Then he was in the NICU for 61 days. He got home, and then a week later, she got an IUD that accidentally perforated her uterus, went right through, sat right on the little colon. Yeah. She had emergency surgery, came home, bada bing, bada boom. She's now in California visiting me. And we're gonna tell you some stuff. Is that okay? Okay. But you'll be able to answer the questions while we do this? Yeah. Okay. Little Jack is so cute and so sweet and so pale. He's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed little pale boy. And my sister's tan, but that's because she likes the sun.
I'll be. Well,
I'm pretty pale.
I'm
right
like,
now.
well,
you look like Jack.
Where's his hair at?
First one. How has your postpartum recovery been?
Are we talking like physical health?
I don't know. That's the question.
Postpartum recovery. So Jack was 3 pounds when he was born. So my physical being,
Like the exit hole?
the exit hole was unscathed. It was scathed a little. I'm sorry.
Moderately scathed.
Moderately scathed. The other postpartum recovery is mainly emotional and mental, and there's just a lot of highs and lows.
Yeah.
Cheers and jeers.
Yeah.
Through the days.
But I think something she's going to talk about, I just like her so much, something she's going to mention in the other video that we had already filmed already. I don't know. Something she's going to mention in the other video that we already filmed is that once she stopped breastfeeding and pumping, she was able to get back on some medication that she had previously been on, which helps her mind do well. Mental health, very important. And she speaks with a psychiatrist often and a psychologist. So all of that's great. What was the best way for people to support you in your process?
So people that were far away, which is actually a lot of your followers and stuff, I feel like the best support that I got was just all the messages of encouragement and prayers. I had so many messages every day that it was people saying that they were believing in me or something that they had gone through that was similar with their baby. Yeah, just saying that they were thinking of me, and I think that was the most helpful because it would take me outside of my own situation for a moment and realize that I'm not alone, that we weren't alone, even though some days felt really lonely. Practical things that a lot of you guys did also was have food delivered to us, make meals, coffee. Financial gifts was huge because David was not able to work. Because David was unable to work and we were going to the NICU every day, driving back and forth.
Are your eyebrows naturally that dark? That's my own question. No, your eyebrows used to be blonde like Jack's.
No, they didn't.
How are they so dark? They grew that dark?
Is that an actual question?
Yeah, listen, no, it's my question as I'm sitting here. Nobody wrote it, but I would send it right now. Because look at your eyebrows, they're amazing.
Okay, you've talked about this on your Instagram, and I am surprised that you didn't give me credit, even though I was not the one that first introduced you.
Wait, you use that product on your eyebrows?
Yeah, it's, what is it called again?
Grande Lash.
Grande Lash and Grande Brow. I used that, and it made my eyebrows grow so big.
They look good.
But also they're brown now, finally. Thank you. Because they used to be blonde and
I thought you dyed them.
No, I don't dye them. I used to have to dye them. And then sometimes I would look at myself in pictures and I was like, why didn't anyone tell me that my eyebrows looked black?
They look really good right now.
Yeah.
How did you get in such great shape post-baby? You're stunning. That's a real one.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
so
that is
nice.
so kind. Thank you so much. When you have a wee little baby and 5-year-old, you don't really have time
for routine.
But I do like to get some sort of
I feel like you get exercise regularly.
Yes.
It's just not a routine.
Yeah, so before I had Jack, I was working out a lot, like actually like lifting weights and doing workout
Kind
stuff.
of her passion. She
Yeah,
loves it.
I
It's a
love
hobby.
it.
Mhm.
But I haven't been able to, so I try to go on walks, be outside. I love to do yard work. Love it. So if I can like pull weeds, it's not really, but anything to like active. So
I feel
walks.
like you're moving.
Yeah, and
Do you
then
ever ride a bike? An indoor bike?
yes. So we have a Peloton because it was my graduation gift from nursing school. So
I don't know why I think a Peloton's funny. It's just sort of funny. Sometimes she sends me, look, I'm riding a bike in Italy.
eating healthy, I eat really healthy. That's like my main thing, and drink a lot of water. That's currently my fitness routine is eating healthy.
You eat really well and try to move your body.
And try to move my body, yeah.
Tips for traveling long distance with a newborn.
Coming here from Colorado, it's about a 2-hour flight.
Pretty easy. With
Yeah,
a
pretty
little
easy, yeah.
tiny baby, it's actually pretty easy to fly places.
Yeah, exactly. Tips for that. For us, I had to have bottles made because he's formula fed so that if he gets hungry during the flight, and for takeoff and landing, you want them to, with their ears, you want them to be sucking on something, so a pacifier or a bottle. And my sister actually made a video about traveling with a little
I think I've made a
baby.
few over the years.
Yeah, so she'll link those below. But as far as like longer flights, just watch the video. It's all
The babies like the plane in general. Little babies, because it's a lot of white noise, so they tend to sleep through it. And anywhere you go, you could probably buy stuff that you need. The advantage they have in coming here is I have all kinds of stuff for little baby.
Yeah.
Because I'm in the same stage of life as her, so that helps if you're going to a place that has what you need.
yeah.
How did you deal with the anxiety from everything that happened with Jack?
You want to lay? Do you want to tell about this one? You want to tell?
How did you deal with the anxiety, Jack?
Mr. Lodgenicki was pretty comfortable.
Just to lay? He likes laying.
Yeah, he does.
There you go. You can just look around.
Yeah. So I would say in the beginning, I don't think I really did deal with it.
There's not a lot of space to
Yeah, there was
deal
not
with it.
space to deal with it. Had a lot of times of just crying or needing to talk to David or calling my sister.
You had a really nice social worker, I think, right?
Yes.
There were some great
Yeah.
people in the
In
hospital.
the hospital, that was really helpful. And then when I finally had time kind of to catch up and feel like I was able to process things more, I connected with a counselor, a new counselor that focuses on birth. So traumatic birth, postpartum experience, and that's been really incredible, speaking with her and just processing everything. Also, like, because I was not able to breastfeed, I'm back on medication that I was on previously for anxiety, and that's been really helpful.
When did Jack get all of his lovely hair?
When he was born, yeah, when he came out, he had all this hair and he was this blonde.
How are you doing now? Are you okay? That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. We are, tired, but that's when you have a baby that needs to be up in the night to eat and be held up. But otherwise, we're good.
Hardest part about being a NICU parent?
The lack of control. You literally have no control over anything. Even actually with your life, it's revolved around making sure that you're spending time with your NICU baby, but also trying to, like for us, be with Loie and manage David's work and all of that. We didn't know when he was going to be able to come home. I like to have control. I like to be able to be prepared for things, and I felt like this whole experience, that was not an option. So that was really difficult. Also, NICU life, you just don't know how difficult it is until you've in it, or you have like someone close to you that's in it. And I think that's a hard thing, that it's just completely new. Nobody knows what to expect. Okay, why did we name him Jack? We had a lot of other names in mind that just didn't feel right, and the night before he came, which we didn't know he was going to come the next day, right before I was falling asleep in the hospital, David said, "Hey, what do you think about the name Jack?" And I was like, yeah, that's such a good name. Also, the funny thing is, I was obsessed with Leonardo DiCaprio in the Titanic, Jack. My very first dog's name was Jack.
Our grandpa's name is Jack.
Getting into more serious things, our grandpa's
We have
name.
a grandfather. We never met him. He passed away.
Yeah, he passed away, but our grandpa's name is Jack, and then also David's grandpa's name is Jack as well. So it really fit.
Her first dog's name was Jack, and
That's
my
awesome.
first dog, no. And the first dog that I had that I named, her name was Julie, because I thought Julie was a name like jewel, like a diamond.
Jewels.
So I was a little kid, and I was like, let's name her Julie, because I thought that. And then now I have a daughter named Jules, not like a diamond, but that's weird. Jack and Jules
Jack and
went up the
Jules.
hill to fetch a bit of water.
Anyway, that's how we picked. And then the next morning, when Jack came, like within 30 minutes, and it was all crazy. David was in the NICU, and they were like, "Do you have a name?" And he was like, "Yeah, I think we're going with Jack."
What was more painful, having him or the IUD situation?
Having him was painful. Or I said it to whoever was there to listen.
Me.
Yeah, well,
You said it
but
on
I said it
FaceTime
to
the nurses.
all the nurses too. You were on FaceTime. I said, "Why would my sister ever choose to have a baby without an epidural?" Especially because Wilson was 9 pounds.
4 ounces.
And I had an epidural with Loey, and he was only 3 pounds, and I
Did not have an epidural.
didn't have an epidural with him, but he was only 3 pounds. She did not have an epidural with Wilson,
big baby, yeah.
and he was 9 pounds.
Yeah.
So what was more painful, having him? But after he was born, it was fine.
Right. Yeah, the recovery was really good, huh? Do you want more kids?
If so, how is she feeling about that? As of right now, no. And it still kind of feels like maybe we're not sure. We were pregnant with Jack. It wasn't like we're like, this is our last baby. And then because he was in the NICU and everything, it does make thinking of having more kids kind of scary for me. So we're thinking no more, not just because of the NICU experience, just because I think 2 is good for us.
How is Jack doing right now with reflux and heart rate and breathing and everything?
Reflux, he's a very refluxy baby, but overall, like pretty good. He's like a pretty standard reflux baby, so he needs to be held up right after he eats. Even if you hold him up right after he eats, he still randomly has pains from it. Heart rate is doing great, and his breathing is doing awesome.
Has your sister ever breastfed him? Has your sister ever breastfed your kids?
Yes, so Jessica, I've also breastfed Eloise.
No, I didn't.
No, I did not.
Yes, you tried.
Oh, I
You
tried
tried.
to.
No,
I was
I
like,
think you did. Or maybe
was
she
it
didn't
Wilson?
want it.
I'm like, I
Not
even
Wilson.
breastfeeding?
No, you had no milk. She was so, just
really? No, they're in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Eloise,
yeah,
you were
Eloise.
breastfeeding.
Okay. Yes, Jessica breastfed Loey one time because I had
She had to go to she had to go to an emergency hospital appointment. ER thing.
emergency hospital appointment.
Emergency room situation because she
After Loey
burned
was
her
born.
belly.
Yeah, I burned my belly. I was trying to get rid of stretch marks.
She was trying to get rid of stretch marks with this cream, and you're only supposed to use it in moderation, but she
once
loves,
a week.
Yeah, she loves to just really go hard. So this cream she used like twice a day.
Oh, multiple times a day.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to use it once.
Yeah,
once a week, one time.
Yeah, she severely burned her belly and had to go to the hospital. Chemical burn.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that would happen. But anyway, so I had to go to the hospital, and Jessica had to nurse Loey.
Yeah, keep Loey home. And so then she was there for a really long time as they were tending to her burn wounds. So I nursed Loey. And then I did try to nurse him the other night when he slept over. Just because he sounded a bit congested and I was afraid he was getting sick. And he did really good. But I didn't want to give him too much because he has to drink thickened liquids.
I think he's okay, probably.
He did okay, but I didn't want him spitting it all up.
Did we have difficulty conceiving, or did we plan the age gap that way? So we planned the age gap. Actually, Loey was our
surprise baby.
Our surprise baby. We were married for a year and got pregnant with her. Our plan was to wait 5 years, like to let me finish school and do all that and then have a baby. But we got pregnant with her, and then we had to make the decision if we wanted to just go ahead and have more kids right away, or if we wanted to wait and have me go through school. And also I had postpartum depression after Loey. Decided to take a break from it, and
you had an IUD.
Yeah, I had an IUD, and it worked fine. It was a planned age gap.
And how long did it take to get pregnant with him?
Yeah, I decided.
She just decided she was going to have a baby. She removed her own IUD.
Don't do this at home,
Don't do that.
kids.
That's not good. Removed her own IUD. She said, I'm going to have a boy. And then she Googled ways to have a boy.
Yep.
And what did you find?
So, girl sperm, like the sperm that makes you have a girl, they live a lot longer. Boy sperm, they don't live that long. So when you are ovulating, if you want to have a boy, you need to not have sex like prior. You just need to wait until you're at the peak ovulation time and then have sex, like right then, so that the boy sperm can just get there. But if you have sex like prior to ovulation, because girl sperm can live in there for up to 5 days, and you've had sex like 4 days ago, then you're ovulating, I'm getting really into detail. It's likely to have a girl.
The internet says if you have sex doggy style, you'll have a boy. We have a boy. What was so funny about my sister is when she decides she's gonna do something, she goes all in, like the cream on the belly.
Yes.
And her Amazon account is linked to my email address, so I see what she purchases. And like right after she told me that she was gonna be having a baby, I could see she had ovulation tests, pregnancy tests, and gifts for grandparents to tell them she was pregnant.
Yeah, I wanted to have cute gifts.
It was so funny, and then it all worked, which is just a miracle. And
yeah, it is a miracle.
That's like that part. Like we can laugh about all of this,
but
it's actually a miracle. We understand that that's not realistic, and that didn't happen for me.
Yeah, it's not.
But it happened for her, and here he is.
Here he is.
A lot of people are wondering, how did you endure? How is she still standing? How did you not lose hope? What kept you going?
We as humans are very resilient. Even if you don't think it, you can handle way more. The only other option was to not get through it, and that was not my option. We persevered and we did it, and it's not because I'm more amazing or stronger than anyone else. I think it's that, like all of you know, when you go through a hard situation and you want to get out on the other side, you just do it. You just keep going. And when he got home and when we were finally able to kind of like rest a little, it was hard. It caught up, like the exhaustion and feelings and all of that. You can do hard things. We can all do hard things. Thank you for everything. You guys have supported me so much, and that's how also I got through, just all the support and encouragement.
It's interesting to me because all of this stuff was happening, and all of the kindness that you were extending was happening during a time in our world when it seems like there's such an emphasis on challenges and darkness and polarizing opinions and all this stuff. What I kept thinking was like, people are good. People are so good. I keep seeing the goodness of people in the midst of a lot of really crazy stuff.
Yes.
And I think you guys are why I was able to think that way of humanity. And I'm so grateful for you, and we believe in you a lot. If you want to follow more of my family, you can join us on Instagram at Jess_Hover. If you need more support in your parenting journey, you can join us on Facebook, Jess Hover and Friends.
If you want really cool clothes, you can go to verygoodmothersclub.com.
That's right. And yeah, just thank you for everything. Leave comments below, like this video, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you, and we will see you soon. Bye.